That's always been my mindset. Obviously, I take pride in being the best defensive player in this league, but I play to win. That's my focus. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And Doris, tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you...
Shout out sa'yo, Ray Razonable. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at center. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Now Beverley. Leonard on the wing. It's good.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
And here is Mitchell. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Morris right side. Nobody near Leonard. No good on the 3. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. Mitchell wide open. That one rolling around and rims out.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Morris with the bucket.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Conley. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Here's Gobert. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Well, Gobert inside, right? He has such a strong sense for when to take advantage of the skills he has at his disposal.
Leonard looking over the floor. The 19-foot shot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Conley. To the paint. Here's Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Gobert's got 6.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Passes it to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now, here's Mitchell. Gobert down low. Working on Zubac. Nice shot by Gobert.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
George against Mitchell. Zubac trying to break loose. Yes, that goes in.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. Mitchell outside. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Here's Conley. Finished off the break.
Well, Mike Conley out in transition on the break, eager to help his team convert. Nicely done.
I mean, simply an incredible postseason performance from Donovan Mitchell. The team went out in the first round, but he put the scoring load on his back. One of the best displays of offense I've ever seen in the postseason.
Here's Mitchell. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Bogdanovich. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I don't think there's much more you can do. Bogdanovich is too skilled and too strong on these finishes with contact.
You know, Greg, you look at the numbers that Mitchell put up in that series. Simply amazing.
I mean, he was putting up 40, 50-point games like it was nothing. At times, the guy looked unguardable. Truly one of the young stars to come out of the Orlando bubble.
Now, here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A three-pointer off the mark.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
The pass to Conley. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And George with the stuff.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now, here's Mitchell. Bogdanovich finds Mitchell. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Leonard. 6 points for him. Over Bogdanovich. Leonard, no luck.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And the rejection by Zubac. Nobody near George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Zubac. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Conley. From the stripe. They get it again. Gobert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, wreaking havoc with his size down there. The stifle tower, Rudy Gobert, assertive, my goodness.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one misses.
Seems to me that Rudy Gobert could be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every season. But on the offensive end, guys, he's really starting to grow.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Clippers have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Let's see who's the loudest.
Rondo passes to Ibaka. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's Mitchell, and it's sent back by George.
Paul George, tremendous vertical. How fast does he get off his feet?
Gobert with it. He's got 9. Inside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Mitchell against Rondo. He feeds it to Ibaka. And they pick up 2.
And Ibaka does a little bit of everything, including rolling quickly after setting that screen.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Kicks to Mitchell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Utah leading. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Now, here's George. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. Mitchell outside. Looking to get it going. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Now here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And, you know, he's proven to be capable at sinking that mid-range jump shot. Rondo has to be respected from that part of the floor.
Conley against Rondo. Now here is Conley, guarded closely. A floater, and the layup is up and in. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Boy, Mike Conley, the ability to change gears on the drive, that is pretty.
Leonard against Ingles. High post to Ibaka. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Now Mitchell. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by George.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
And the Jazz call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Clarkson. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high and the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
The Jazz have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. The first free throw is good.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovic may be one of the most underrated players in this league. This guy understands his role and plays it well.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Rondo passes to Ibaka. Outside Jackson. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Favors. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense. Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
Now, here's Ingles. After the miss from Reggie Jackson. And Favors kicks to Clarkson. Good on the three-point shot.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Dishes to George. Top of the key. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Mitchell dishes to Clarkson. For the 3. That shot missing. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And here is Mitchell. Puts it up from 15. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 5.
Well, Jordan Clarkson came into the NBA as an aggressive scorer, and in the mid-range, he is as good as it gets.
Outside, George. And he's fouled pretty hard on
Shout
that
out
shot,
sa
but
iyo,
he's got
Joao
the chance
Borges
to pick up the
Perez.
points at the line.
Salamat sa pag-like sa
Make no
stream.
mistake, Paul
Sana
George
i-share
is
mo
a
din.
physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Free throw good, Paul George.
Well, you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Clarkson, 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. From the top of the key, they get the rebound. Another shot. Here's Favors. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's George. He has 6. Jacks up a 3. No good on that one. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Jazz lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there, and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Ivica Zubac. Batum is out there with Paul George. And there's Jackson, and it's Beverly in a point guard. And he makes the first.
Now, Derek Favors undoubtedly has turned himself into a dependable power forward, someone capable of averaging a double-double in the NBA.
And so Favors nails both of them. Clippers trail by 6. And Beverly kicks to Jackson. And the rejection by Favors.
I think you want to see more of this from Derek Favors. You love to see him be aggressive and try to send shots back.
Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the first one drops.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Both free throws good from Jackson. Jazz leading by 4. Feeds it to Clarkson. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game. George looking around. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Jazz have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Mitchell passes to Ingles. Passes it to O'Neal. Mitchell dishes to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
When Donovan Mitchell is this close to the cup, the defender has got to feel a bit uneasy.
The Jazz have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
First one falls for him.
Boy, this is as exciting a combo guard as there is in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell's craftiness, his assertiveness, all of those things make this guy special.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Now, here's Zubac. Back to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. From deep, George. Rebound, Utah. Favors got his 7th rebound here tonight. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. Back to Ingles. Uncovered. Utah the rebound.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Pass to George. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
How about the range? I mean, that's big-time, limitless range. I'll tell you, you better check him when he steps over the line.
Favors at the elbow. Back to Mitchell. Favors trying to break free. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Favors.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
George against Ingles.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And they've done a better job at the line this quarter. They've got that free throw percentage up to almost 90%.
For Utah, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the first one at the line is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Leonard in for Paul George. Then for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Conley in for Donovan Mitchell. O'Neal hits them both.
They've upped their percentage to around 90 from the line today. Great job this quarter.
Clippers trail by 10. Jackson looking it over. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
That's good from Jackson.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Conley with it. The pass to Gobert. Stolen by Zubac. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Beverly against Conley. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And he knocks down the first one.
An extraordinary improvement over the course of his career by Kawhi Leonard. He has now turned himself into one of the game's best, if not the best, two-way player.
Good on both. Jazz leading by 6. O'Neal passes to Clarkson. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Wow, big-time move by Jordan Clarkson. The defense forced to adjust. That's an incredible drive.
Jackson down low. He's covered by Clarkson.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Conley with the 3. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And it's Leonard missing. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 11. They get it back. And the rejection by Favors. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Utah. Here's Jackson. Floats one up. Gobert with the block. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive to the inside. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And he recovers it. Nice shot by Gobert.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Back to Rondo. To stop the run. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 6 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 10 and a wide open look for Rondo. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Bogdanovich. Lays it up off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 6 points.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And the Clippers call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Utah's on defense. Now here's Rondo. Can they get it? Morris. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
And that one good from Clarkson.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Lets it fly from 18. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Shout out sa iyo, Sean Jerking DX. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
Including keep the basketball.
Over in the corner, Conley. It's good from long range. Conley's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Utah.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Rondo drives in, lays it up and banks it in. Rondo's got his second basket.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Floats one, and Clarkson with the nice bucket inside. Clarkson's got 15.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Morris, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Ibaka outside. Kicks it to Leonard. Rondo bounce pass to the middle. Pocket 6. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Clarkson against Jackson. And that one good from Clarkson. He's got 17.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Rondo. Makes it off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And the Jazz call time here. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in, and a switcher also for Utah. Mitchell's checked in. They double team Conley. It's stolen by Rondo. Passes it to Ibaka. Bogdanovich against Morris. Over Bogdanovich. Utah with the rebound.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink. All the officials are all over that one.
The Jazz have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. First free throw is good. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. O'Neal hits them both.
And shooting over 90% from the line here today, in this quarter especially, they've been fantastic.
1:35 left now here in the second. That one good for 2. Leonard's got 16.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. Second chance effort, and Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you cannot give Rudy Gobert an inch of space when he's working the glass. This guy excels at using his reach.
Now, here is George. 12 points for him.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Conley dishes to Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
What a boost when Rudy Gobert is this efficient on the offensive end. Such a smart basketball player.
Rondo against Bogdanovich. Here's Ibaka. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists now in this one. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. A look from Rondo. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Now Mitchell. He's got 10. Lets the 3 fly, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Jazz running away with this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Derek, you came out very strong. What was your approach during the first half?
You know, we just want to be aggressive, bring defense, bring energy, and then be a spark off the bench.
And you got that accomplished. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. What did you think about Utah, Kenny?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3 ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them pounding it inside and staying physical.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, it's not a huge surprise they're getting crushed. Whew.
All you got to do is look at the rebounding numbers. They were outworked on the boards in a big way. They even have a hope of coming back. They got to pick up the intensity, man.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Gobert, and it's Bogdanovich in at the three. Now here's Conley. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Leonard the pass to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Mitchell against George.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Mitchell against George. Over Mitchell. A nice shot by George. George has got 16 points.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Down low. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Conley against Beverly. With the floater, he takes it up and lays it in.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Jazz leading by 23. Has to Gobert. He kicks it to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. To the inside, Bogdanovich, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Bogdanovich has got great size for a guard, which makes defending him very difficult, particularly at that high release point.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, the tenacity of Patrick Beverly to play through the contact. Now he must complete the play with a free throw.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The Jazz making a switch here. Favors is checked in.
Boy, Patrick Beverly, what a pleasure this guy is to watch. The level of competitiveness, the commitment to the defensive end. Man, he can raise the team.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's got 10. Conley, the pass to Favors. Back to Conley. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Second shot opportunity. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Beverly against Conley. And Beverly kicks to George. Here's Zubac. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Jazz leading by 22. Mitchell outside. Favors against Morris. Favors passes to Conley. Now the pass to Ingles. Just 5 on the clock. The tray buries it from 3-point range.
Joe Ingles has finished top 5 in the league's 3-point shooting on multiple occasions. You've got to contest that.
And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
Shout out sa iyo, Ze Carlos. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
Because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. He's got 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 18. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
Mitchell outside. Back to Conley. He dishes it to Favors. Pass to Ingles. Back to Favors. Over Beverly. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Beverly.
Well, this guy is a fighter. Patrick Beverly will not back down from contact.
Conley feeling it out. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Utah. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 19. Pass to Zubac. Great D that time from Favors.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. That one falls. And the Jazz lead by 21.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
And the Clippers call time here.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Clippers trail by 21. Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Back to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Beverly. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Jazz leading by 19. And here's Clarkson. 17 points in the game. High post, Gobert. Ingles in the corner. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. And Los Angeles guys shooting well. 50% from the floor. Here's Jackson. Gobert with the block. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got 7.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked: confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
Now, here's Mitchell. And there's the pass to Clarkson. From the arc. Utah the rebound. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 12 points for him.
Well, you like how Favors stays after it in that instance. When he's close to the bucket, boy, he's great at hustling for these second chance points.
Beverly against Mitchell. Here's Morris. 14 points for him. Zubac. Gobert with the block.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Mitchell finds Clarkson. Tries again. Favors can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Jazz passing it around. Pass to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. Here's Ingles. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Ingles has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And the Clippers call time here. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
So for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. Now here's Rondo. He has 6. Ibaka finds Jackson. Morris with the ball. Over Ingles. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Passes to Clarkson. And here's Favors. Here's Mitchell. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Mitchell's got 19 points.
Well, the ability to rise and fire in catch and shoot situations, he keeps the defenders off balance.
Rondo dishes to Morris. Outside Jackson to the paint. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
To the middle, here's Clarkson. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. He's got 19.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
Rondo kicks to Ibaka. Rondo's shot is good.
Well, what a job punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 19. Batum brings the double team. Favors with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 18. And it's Rondo in the corner. Misses the three. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Jazz. Oh!
Wow, gentlemen, the quick first step of Donovan Mitchell gets the advantage, and it's over.
And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And there's the feed to Clarkson. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Jackson against Clarkson.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Clarkson against Jackson. Morris outside. On its way from Ibaka for 2. But they get it back. Rondo finds Jackson. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And a switcher also for Utah. O'Neal's checked in. Utah leading by 22. Now Clarkson, and the layup's good off the glass. Clarkson's got 25 points in the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
It's really clear to me that Marcus Morris has an unshakable belief in his ability to score at will.
32 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. O'Neal inside. He's covered by Rondo. Good D by Rondo. The Clippers shooting almost 60% from the field here in the 3rd. They are really feeling it. And the shot goes in. There's 18 seconds left in the 3rd. Right wing. Some room here for Favors. Rebound by the Clippers.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
You'll love the awareness from Rondo. Just an excellent passer who's actively looking for his teammates.
And so it's the Utah Jazz holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers trail by 18. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Excellent offensive positioning from Paul George. Size, length, touch. Beautiful.
13 feet away. It's a hand on it, and there's Favors putting it right back in.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now here's Leonard. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Leonard, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Conley. Now the dish to Clarkson. Inside. And Favors kicks to O'Neal.
Shout out sa'yo, Danilo Guzon. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
Bogdanovic wide open. Trains the three-pointer. And the Jazz lead by 19.
Boy, you love to see Bogdanovic stroke that deep ball. What an accomplished scorer from distance.
Rondo scanning the floor. There's the pass to George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. George has got 4 this quarter.
Well, you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Back to Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Jordan Clarkson. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in, and a switch here also for Utah. Gobert's checked in. And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Rondo against Conley. Outside, George. Outside for Rondo. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Now, here's Clarkson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, Jordan Clarkson can be a little bit streaky at times, but right now this guy is on fire.
Rondo bounce pass. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Rondo against Conley. And here's Gobert. Dishes to Clarkson. Back to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up to the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 16-point game.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
Utah calls timeout. Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
The active hands in anticipation. Patrick Beverly doing Patrick Beverly-like things.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Conley, the pass to O'Neal. Now Clarkson from outside the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Throw good, Clarkson.
Shout out sa iyo, Jeff Junges. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Outside, George. Stolen by Clarkson. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. George with the defensive effort. Clippers trail by 12. Beverly finds George. Mike Conley with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Clippers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Jazz leading by 10. Here's Clarkson. Pass to Gobert. Clarkson with the ball. And O'Neal gets it to go.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Here's Beverly. Here's Zubats. And it's in off the backboard.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half. And that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Kicks to Clarkson. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
Passes it to O'Neal. Clarkson against George. And that one good from Clarkson.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Pass to O'Neal. He kicks it to Clarkson. They double him with George. Nice ball movement by Utah. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Bogdanovich feeling it right now. But when he's in that zone, you just keep getting him the rock.
George double teamed. And the pass to Batum. That ball's nice feed that time from George. Batum's got 11 points here in just the second half. Beverly against Conley. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Back to Clarkson. 5 on the clock. Pass to O'Neal. A 3-ball. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the middle. And finished off by Leonard.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Stolen by Beverly. To the inside. George. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Now just a 3-point Jazz lead. Jazz have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Conley. O'Neal trying to break free. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, this guy could have powered on the interior, but goes to the floater game. This is one of his specialties.
Outside Leonard. Over Bogdanovich. And it's Leonard missing. Utah leading by 5. Outside Bogdanovich. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, how about Bogdanovich showing a bit of mobility on his way to the rack, drawing the foul?
They throw good, Bogdanovich. The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Clippers trail by 7. Passes it to Zubats. Back to Beverly. He feeds it to George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 28 points for the game.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Now here is Conley. on the shot clock. The 17-footer goes back up, and it's finished off inside by Gobert. 19 points in the game.
Boy, I love to see Rudy Gobert score despite the contact. This guy is showing off some big-time strength right now.
And the Clippers call time here.
Shout out sa'yo Kirak John Plaza Mainay. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
A moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Outside Conley. George against Mitchell. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Mitchell's got 23 points. Leonard against Bogdanovich. Now Leonard to the paint. Here's Batum, and Batum throws it down.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. Over Batum. And it's Mitchell missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 5. And the 3-ball is good.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Now, here's Mitchell. Over George. Again, Mitchell missing. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Leonard to tie it up. Count it. A huge shot to tie it up.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now, here's Mitchell on the wing. Yes!
He might be young, but Mitchell is clutch. That's beautifully done.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Fires from 18. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi.
finds Gobert. Jazz passing it around. Here's Mitchell. Offensive rebound.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. No good. Gobert down low. Working on Zubats. Bogdanovich, no luck. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. To Beverly. Over Conley. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And the Jazz start out with the ball. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the Jazz, Mitchell and Bogdanovich are the wings. Gobert is out there with O'Neal. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Shot clock at 3. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Mitchell missing. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Baseline J on the way. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The 3 from George. Hits it from 3-point range. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Here's Leonard, and he drops it in from the low post. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
It's deflected.
Wow, Patrick Beverly, barely 6 feet. Send it back, young Patrick.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Zubats. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Jazz have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far here in overtime. Mitchell with it, guarded now by Morris. And O'Neal gets it to go.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Outside Leonard. Conley against Beverly. Leonard fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
And Leonard no good on that one. Jazz have gone 4 for 7 on their shot attempts in the extra period up to this point. Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 36.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Mitchell passes to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. Tries from 16. The Jazz keeping it alive. A new 14.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got
Shout out sa iyo Lorcel Bay sa Alog. Salamat sa pag-like sa page. Sana i-share mo din.
Well, he knows how much was riding on that possession. You get the sense he relishes the chance.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Offensive rebound. Here's Morris. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from three-point range since the end of regulation. He is hauled in by Paul George. George has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Gobert with the block. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Launches the 3, and O'Neal gets it to go.
What a good time for the three-pointer. The fast break had the D scattered all over the place.
Leonard against Bogdanovich. Money!
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 1. 52 seconds left in the first overtime. Mitchell down low, and Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Outside Conley, and a miss there on the triple.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 3. 27 seconds left to play in the first overtime. up top, defended by George. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
There's a tenacity to Donovan Mitchell. Even with physical defense, this guy just finds a way to convert.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
And the Clippers call time here.
Shout out sa'yo Kit Carolino Ranara. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
Beverly up top. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doubled by Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's George.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Here's Mitchell. Count it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Shout out sa'yo Joselito Calija Jr. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
With another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Here's Conley. Offensive rebound. Gobert.
Not sure Rudy Gobert left the floor to finish that dunk, but boy, what power.
Mitchell against George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Paul George. At the line for 2.
The throw good, Paul George. And George drops them both. Conley with it. To the middle. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Leonard after the basket by Utah. And that one drops for him.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
Mitchell looking it over. Kicks it to Gobert. Outside Conley. Mitchell with it. George picks him up. 6 to shoot. And it's Mitchell missing. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, here's Mitchell. Right side, Conley. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. The shot by George, no good. Jazz shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Mitchell against George. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. An easy 2 points on the layup. Mitchell's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
It's George on the wing. That's tipped. Stolen by Mitchell. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. The Clippers trail. On the wing, George. Covered by Mitchell. A 3 from Leonard. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Morris against O'Neal. Mitchell outside. The pass to Gobert. Now Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple. 1:57 left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts it on the deck, drives to the cup, and will get to the free throw line.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws good from Beverly.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Mitchell against George. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Pass to Mitchell. To the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Mitchell. 25 points for Rudy Gobert.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Leonard against Bogdanovich. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Utah leading. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Bogdanovich staying confident down low, being physical with the defense, and gets rewarded with a trip to the foul line.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Outside, George. He blocks it again. You've got to have a better effort against him.
Sending back everything. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Well, we've come to expect this from Mike Conley, putting the pass on time and on target.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 6. 52 seconds left to play in the second overtime of quite a heated game.
Shout out sa'yo Tony and Cal Imog. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And the Clippers have possession. They trail by 6. And that one, good.
Huge moment for Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And here is Conley. Here's Gobert. The shot from the low post is good. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Here's Leonard. Utah with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 48.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And he commits the intentional foul. Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
I think Mike Conley historically will always be part of the grit and grind mentality where he spent his career in Memphis, but this guy's skill set allows him to fit in with any organization.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear.
Well, the three ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for 2.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 7. 17 seconds left in the second overtime. What a game. What do you think, guys?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Kennard against Bogdanovich. Kennard's shot is off.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And so it's Utah with the win. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much.
Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt.
Oh, yes.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Mitchell with it. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Mitchell. He kicks to Conley. Clock at 6 to the inside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He's confident in their ability to win the battle of the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Let their big men go to work.
Thank you, David.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
Conley against George. And it's Conley penetrating. Connects from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Beverly looking around. Pass to Leonard. Over O'Neal. Leonard, no luck.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
On the wing, Mitchell. Morris with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The three from George. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. George against Mitchell. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Clippers in the lead.
I mean, not only does Bogdanovich stretch the floor, but he can really stretch it from beyond 30 feet.
Greg, he is blessed with incredible range and a quick trigger, might I add. You have to stay connected to Bogdanovich defensively because he can go on scoring tears where there's just no stopping him.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
First free throw is good.
High character kid, well spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. From deep. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers. Conley scanning the floor. Pass to Mitchell. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 6 points. Leonard kicks to Zubats. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Beverly wide open. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Mitchell. Wide open. That one's not going to go.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And it's Leonard missing.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
And there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
See, this is where the better conditioning comes in. Rudy Gobert able to stay active.
Leonard against Bogdanovich. Gobert with the block.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA, one of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, three-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner, and in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
And that one falls for Mike Conley.
The fourth pick in the 2011 draft, it took getting stronger and improving the shot to make Conley one of the better all-around guards in the game.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Outside, George. Tries again. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Conley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Mike Conley is very crafty. He can bait a defender into getting a little too physical with him.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. And he makes the first. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And so Mike Conley nails both of them. And here's Rondo. Now the pass to Zubac. He's looking for Leonard. Oh!
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. And he gets the bucket. Mitchell's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Rondo against Bogdanovich. Rondo kicks to George. Pass to Leonard. 5 to shoot. And it's It's blocked by Conley. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
On that play right there, you see Mitchell's impressive speed and body control in the open court.
Shout out sa you, Jex Ermac. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
And it's Leonard again missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
And here is Conley. He has 5. Gobert dishes to Conley. Gobert down low. Zubac's defending. Conley gets the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Clippers trail by 8. Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
First one falls for him. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul.
Shout out sa iyo, Jeffrey Petrella. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And he gets it to go. Mitchell's got 12 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the Clippers call time here. Here's Leonard. He's got 8. Outside Rondo. Six on the shot clock. Batum for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Now here's Leonard. Kicks it to Jackson.
And
That's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Jackson against Clarkson. Mitchell is double. Ingles passes to Mitchell. Clarkson on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Offensive rebound. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And now it's a 12-point Utah lead. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jackson up top. He's covered by Clarkson. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Back to Jackson. A three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson, generating more power in the catch and shoot.
Oh, what a play!
Watch your head. I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
Now here's Rondo, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And Utah has possession. 11-point game. The wide open look here for Ingles. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Inside, here's Batum. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Clarkson. Outside Favors. Mitchell looking it over. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
.30 left to play in the first quarter. Jazz passing it around. Bucket is good. And the Jazz lead by 12.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Clarkson passes to Favors. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now here's Jackson. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Favors. Clarkson against Jackson. Count that one. Mitchell's got 20.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Ingles against Leonard. Pulls from the top of the key. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
The Jazz shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
Here's Leonard. The dish to Jackson. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's O'Neal. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Utah out in front, leading by 14. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
Here's Clarkson. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka. And there's Jackson. And it's Beverly in at the point.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And he knocks down the first one. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Now, here's Mitchell. He Can't hit that time. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Down by 12. And there's Jackson on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game. Utah has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pass to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. And here's Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Batum grabs the miss. LA has gone 4 of 6 from outside the arc tonight. Leonard, that's for 2. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Leonard against Mitchell. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Beverly dishes to Jackson. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Mitchell is double. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Offline with his 3. Here's Jackson. Second chance shot. Favors with the rebound. Utah leading by 10. Here's Clarkson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Clarkson's got 7 points in the game.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
Here's Jackson. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. He has 7. And the Jazz with possession here. They've led by as many as 14 points. Mitchell with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
The Clippers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Jackson looking around. Comes up empty down low.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now here's Beverly. Following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
Mitchell kicks to Clarkson. Here's Favors, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And getting traded from Utah to New Orleans last year, Favors became a grounding force for a very young Pelicans team.
Yeah, and Derek Favors knows what it's like to be that rookie coming in, having a lot of physical ability and facing high expectations. He did a great job, in my opinion, providing veteran leadership, and personally, he had one of his more productive years overall.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, you know, he's the former 3rd overall pick out of Georgia Tech. Favors has made steady improvement, productive at the 4 and the 5 spot.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Conley now comes in for Mitchell, so he gets them both. Here's Beverly. He has 5. Morris outside. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Beverly. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Beverly's got 7 points.
Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverly.
There's the pass to Gobert. Outside Conley. Clarkson against George. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Beverly the pass to Morris. From deep, George, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Now Beverly, 7 points in the game. Morris outside. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Clippers trail by 7. Here's George, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Throw good, Paul George.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain. Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Here's Beverly, and the basket is good. Beverly's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Utah. Clarkson looking for an opening. Releases. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Clarkson. Out to Morris. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Jazz leading by 3. Conley with it. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Favors brings the double to the inside. Batum, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Conley the pass to Gobert. Dishes it to Clarkson. He kicks to Conley. Here's Gobert. No good there. Excellent D there from George. Clippers trail by 3. And the shot is good. George has got 14.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
And the Jazz call time here.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. And Utah also making a switch. O'Neal's checked in. Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 6. Conley finds Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
Good drive by Bojan Bogdanovic. Developed this nice move that he can attack the closeouts.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Rondo. And they double up Rondo, and Morris throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Shots good by Clarkson.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 11. Here's Gobert, and he converts the layup.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Clippers trail by 3. Outside, George. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 6 assists in the game. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Clarkson. Now here's Gobert. Feeds it to O'Neal. They double him with George. Bogdanovich wide open. Cans it from downtown. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
May not have the height, but Beverly has good length. A 37-inch vertical. Nasty.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
He misses the free throw. So for the Clippers, Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. He hits the second from the line. And here's George. 16 points for him. The pass to Ibaka. Now here's Leonard. Pass to George. Outside Rondo. Lets a floater go. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Kicks it to Conley. Pass to Ingles. Back to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to O'Neal. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 3. Outside, George. Ingles against Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Mistake by the defender, fouling a very good free throw shooter in Kawhi.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the first one drops.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. A minute 50 left to play here in the second quarter. Rondo against Conley. Mitchell right side. Out to Conley. No good from outside.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And George with the stuff.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. To the paint, Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Leonard. 19 points in the game, and he makes that one.
You know, there's a rhythm to Leonard's game, but also an awareness. Just takes what the defense allows.
To the middle. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Conley. Mitchell's got 24 points.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Down low, Leonard. Gobert with the block. For the finish, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Mitchell doing a good job. In order to have a chance in this league, you've got to be able to score. He's done that tonight.
Now here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ibaka's got 5 now.
This is where Serge is most dangerous. Extremely confident now from beyond the arc.
Tipped away. Paul George with the steal. Leonard with no one around. Net balls. Nice speed that time from George. Oh, he got it to go!
Wow. I can't believe it.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot had any chance of going in. Just shows you that anything can happen in this game.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He ended up with 31 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. What did you think about Utah, Kenny?
Well, they were determined to win the physical battle tonight. And if you look at the rebounding numbers, they are winning it. Now, that's great. All of those bodies crashing on the boards, that's the physicality and the mental edge that you need in this game.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
Beverly against Conley. Here's Leonard. Again, Los Angeles. Here's Conley. To the inside, Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 5. Outside Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Now O'Neal. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. George, that's a 2-pointer. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds now in the game. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And Utah, another 3.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Here's Morris. George trying to break free.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And the rejection by Zubats. Right side Leonard. Got that one up quick.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They've led by as many as 14 points. The pass to Gobert. Outside Conley. Pass to Mitchell. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. 4 on the clock. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 4. Beverly with the ball. He's got 11. And it's Leonard with the jam. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. To be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. For the tie. That's tipped. George finds Zubats. Here's Morris. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Morris has got 11 points.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Beverly against Conley. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Passes to Mitchell. To end the drought. The Jazz again can't hit it.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And the pass to Beverly. And here's Leonard from 3. Kept alive. Gobert with the block. Here's Morris. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. They get it back. Zubats. And finally they hit one.
They didn't have much much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Utah calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Gobert, and it's Clarkson in for O'Neal. Conley with the three. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game. Outside Jackson. To the paint. And the dunk by Zubac.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Utah has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Clarkson dishes to Bogdanovich. Mitchell against George. Free throw line jump shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 12-3 run. Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. Here's Zubac. And the basket is good. And he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
For Los Angeles, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. Rajon Rondo's checked in for George. And Utah also making a switch. Ingles is checked in. The free throw drops for Zubac. Jazz trail by 4. And here's Clarkson. He's got 12. Favors surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. Here's the floater. And Clarkson with the nice bucket inside. Clarkson's got 14 points.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Rondo passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Clarkson finds Favors. Mitchell with the bounce pass. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line.
You know, a pretty consistent scorer throughout the course of his career. Bogdanovich, he was just born to get buckets.
The Jazz have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Free throw good, Bogdanovich. And the Clippers making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Now here's Jackson. He's got 7. Back to Rondo. Pass to Ibaka. To the middle. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka. Rondo's got his first 2 points.
And the strength of Rondo finishing through contact.
Passes it to Favors. Mitchell against Rondo. The drive by Mitchell. Yep, that one goes.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Inside, here's Ibaka. The shot, no good. So Utah will take it the other way. Mitchell right side. Utah gets it back. Bogdanovich, no luck. Los Angeles has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Rondo looking over the floor. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rondo's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Rondo against Mitchell.
Shout out sa'yo, Lester Domingo. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now here's Jackson. He's got 9. Second shot opportunity. And Zubac puts it in. Zubac has got 11 in the second half.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Clarkson against Jackson. And there's the pass to Mitchell. Over Rondo. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers leading by 6. Jackson in the corner. To the inside. Rondo gets the bucket. Rondo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Rondo against Mitchell. Clarkson off target from 3-point range.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And Batum kicks to Jackson. The teardrop falls in. And now it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Rondo against Mitchell. Takes a 3. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 1:42 left in the third quarter. To the left side wing. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Yep, that one goes in there. Jackson's got 13.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Jazz trail by 12. Favors passes to Mitchell. He dishes it to Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. To halt the run. Tries again. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And they get it back. Here's Batum. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 6 points for him.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
The Jazz again can't hit it.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Rondo passes to Jackson. From deep three-point range, Utah with the rebound.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half, nothing in the second.
Here's Mitchell. Drills the elbow jumper. Mitchell's got 8 here in the quarter. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers, and his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back to the action after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Patrick Beverly out there with Jackson, and it's Batum in at center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Mitchell wide open. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, leading by 12.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. George against Engel. Leonard. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. Here's O'Neal. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Los Angeles leading by 10. Jackson with the bounce pass. And George kicks to Jackson. Looking to get back on track here. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Outside Jackson. It's stolen by Ingles. To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And look at Conley go right up inside. Masterful job getting the foul on that shot.
That one falls for Mike Conley. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And Conley drops them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Clippers leading by 8. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. Leonard, no luck. Jazz have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Mitchell's shot is good.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now, here's George. Rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
And the Clippers call time here.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfect. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Here's Conley. Paul George making his last shot. That's his 6th miss and 12 field goal attempts.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here's George. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. George has got 6 here in this quarter. Jazz trail by 8. Outside Conley. Here's Mitchell.
If you're the defense, not much you can do. Donovan Mitchell had his mind made up. Bad intentions.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. At one point, they led by 16. Chalk up 2 there. George has got 26 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Now, here's Mitchell. And another one. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Oh, that's easy offense. Hard to stay in front of Mitchell. It takes a collective effort defensively.
Gobert with the block. They recover it. And good that time.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Mitchell outside. Got a piece of it. Here's Beverly. Here's Batum. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Strong take by Paul. He plays with great decisiveness.
At the line for your Clippers, Paul George. Taking 2 shots.
That's good from George.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Jazz trail by 12. Outside Conley. Puts it up from 15. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Calling his own number all night long. Conley can beat you in a variety of ways.
Outside Batum. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Batum. Batum's got his 4th assist in this one. Jazz have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Conley dishes to Gobert. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
George passes to Batum. The dish to Leonard. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Utah with a change here, too. Bogdanovich is checked in for Joe Ingles. Free throw drops for Mitchell. Now George. To the inside. Leonard. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Conley with it.
Shout out sa'yo, Abusal. Salamat sa pag-follow. Sana i-share mo din.
Dishes it to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
Shout out sa'yo, Abusal. Salamat sa pag-like sa stream. Sana i-share mo din.
He's improved his scoring. Rudy Gobert has put a lot of work into his body and game.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clippers leading by 7. To the middle, here's Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Leonard's got 14 points here in the second half. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Utah. And it's sent back by George. Goes up, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
And here is Conley. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Just throw it up to Gobert, and he'll take care of the rest using that enormous wingspan.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. George looking around. Clippers working now with the new shot clock.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Conley kicks to Clarkson. Back to Conley. 5 on the clock. Down low. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 23 points for Conley.
Well, this is where Conley operates best naturally. In the paint, creating for others or himself.
Bogdanovich against Leonard. Count it. Leonard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to wheel his team to victory.
Now, here's Clarkson. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. Beverly against Conley. Here's Leonard. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Leonard's got 43 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Conley dishes to Clarkson. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut back down to 11 now as they get an important basket that time from Mike Conley.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Now here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
At the line, for your Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Leonard hits them both.
And, you know, he hasn't been able to get to the line as much as he did in that first half. Credit the defense for making the adjustment.
And the Jazz call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Now, here's Clarkson. And the layup is good.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Leonard against Bogdanovich. And he comes up with the deuce.
Talented, opportunistic. When Leonard gets hot, it can last for long stretches.
George against Clarkson. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. From past the arc, drills it from outside. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's a terrific read by Gobert, understanding the offensive end better and better, especially as of late.
Now here is George. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 49 points in the game.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Gobert with a wide open look, but he stays with it.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
You know, reading the floor and making the right play. Mike Conley is a true point guard.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Bounce pass from Beverly. On the left block, Leonard kicks to Zubac. Miss for the first time from the floor, puts him at 7 for 8. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Shoots over Zubac. That one off the back iron and out. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Now here's George. And so Los Angeles takes the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Well, Kawhi, it was a marquee matchup tonight, so how enjoyable is it to compete and come out on top in a game like that?
It was very fun. Like I said, you're a little kid. You want to play against the best players. You just want to compete on this high level and with everybody watching.
Well, they saw a great one here tonight, man. Congrats on the W. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.